you have prepared something for us. You've got a present for us. What is it, Rob?
Well, because I'm dusting off my podcast machine, I pulled out some old jingles, and anyone who listens to my podcast knows that I like to, I say play games, but it's not really games because it's not a two-way thing. I fire questions at the guests and see if they can find the answers. And usually, well, of course, it's an English learning podcast, language-based stuff or stuff based on the subject, or whatever we're talking about in the podcast.
Yeah.
So I brought 3 games. Let me open my page up here.
By the way, I think it's a brilliant concept. It's one of the things I always enjoy.
Thanks.
Especially if I can, like, I sort of feel like as a listener, I am trying to compete as well.
Yes, I always aim to say in my podcast, and listeners, see if you can think of the answers too before Zdenek. But I usually would forget
Before
to say that.
Zdenek.
Yeah, well, I'm going to
would
say,
you
okay.
would you always mention my name there?
Whoever the guest is, it's normally Zdenek. I think you've been on the most, right?
No.
And yeah, I know we'll tell the guests, maybe don't, if the answer comes to you straight away, maybe, say some things around the answer, or speak your thought process to give the listeners a time to also think of it, because they're English learners and we're English teachers. Okay, so the first one I have is called the Band Names Synonyms Game.
Oh no, it's something to do with music. So the problem will be, I'm gonna tell you straight away, yeah. So
you're wrong. I know what you're gonna say. You're wrong.
The issue. Okay.
These
All right,
are
I give you the
worried
benefit
that
of
you
the
don't
doubt.
know
Okay.
you don't know the bands, or you don't know the music.
Okay.
But I googled the world's most famous bands, and
you will be surprised.
if you don't know some of these, I would be surprised.
Okay. I'm shitting myself.
Okay. So the band name synonyms game. The words have changed, but the meaning's the same. So I've taken some band names and opened up a thesaurus, actually online, and each word in the band name, very famous bands, I've changed for a word from the thesaurus for that word. Okay, so I'll give you the first one as an example.
Hi, my name is Sibyl and I'm from Switzerland. I like the Achievers Chamber because I learn a lot in a fun way.
For more information about the Achievers Chamber, go to teachersdenek.com.
I'll give you the first one as an example.
Yeah.
So the first one is the rotating rocks.
Okay, so
you got it.
I feel because I'm cheating, because I remember it from one of your podcasts.
Yeah, that's why I gave you the example. That's the only one that was actually in the podcast before. So the rotating.
So the Rolling Stones, yeah.
The Rolling Stones. Rotating,
yep.
A synonym for rolling. Rock, a synonym for stones. So here's the jingle, and then we'll play it.
The words have changed, but the meaning's the same. The meaning's the same, but the words have changed. Do you have a thesaurus? Would you like to play the band name synonyms game?
That's always an awkward thing, because on my podcast I usually insert a video of me playing the jingle, and then we don't have to have that awkward, oh, we're listening to music and enjoying it on the camera moment for the people watching it on YouTube. So, okay, you're ready. This next one. One word. Empress. Empress.
Here we go.
Band name with one word.
I don't know. Is there a band called Duchess or I don't know?
No. Okay, but let's workshop it, talk it
Empress,
out. Empress. What's another word for
Queen?
Empress?
The Queen. Yeah, of course. Why did I go for the Duchess?
Is it the Queen? It's just
I don't know.
It's just Queen. Okay,
Queen. Yeah,
Queen.
yeah.
That's correct.
Did I say the Queen? Yeah.
You said the Queen. She's still in your heart.
You mean the Queen Elizabeth?
The Queen, yeah, Queen Elizabeth, yeah. We can use some euphemisms. No, we won't do that. Okay, here's the next one. Okay, they get more difficult here from here on out, but maybe the listeners are catching them. Let's see.
Probably are, because I'm not a music expert, so yeah.
I think I can't remember if this one was. Some of these I might have actually also been in the previous podcast. I think it was with Martin from Rock and Roll English, because he's Rock and Roll English. We did some music stuff.
Of course.
Okay. The Coast Children. The Coast Children.
The Beach Boys or something like that.
That's correct.
Yeah. Coast, beach.
You see, but I don't know
Children
anything about the band. Like it just
You don't
rings
have
a
to.
bell.
You just need to
it just
know the
rings
name
a
of the
bell or
band.
something, and I don't even know who they are or what
The Beach
music they
Boys.
played. It just rings a bell. That's all. It might have been from your episode as well. It's very
No.
random, actually. The answers from me, but so far so good.
Okay. See if you get this one.
Mhm.
Pistols and Blooms. So I've not changed like in the other one, I haven't changed the. These small.
Guns N' Roses. Guns N'
Yeah.
Roses.
That's correct.
Good. Yeah. See.
But those are some like old. Those are some old bands, right? Like Guns N' Roses. Something
Wow.
I listened to when I was like 15 or something. I don't know.
But the old bands are the most famous ones because they've been around
Okay.
for a long time, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
None of these are new. I'm also old, so I don't know any of the new bands anyway.
Not as old as me though. Like so.
I think. Well, let's not get into that. Okay. All right. This one is super
I'm
difficult.
pretty sure you are younger. I'm as old as Hills. So
As old as Hills.
yeah.
Warning. Idiom. Warning.
Warning in idiom. I've not heard. Old as Hills.
It's a simile.
Yeah, it's a simile. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also an idiom, I guess. Old as Hills. Okay.
Yeah. Similes are idioms. Yeah.
I would say as old as time.
Oh,
All right. This one's tough. Wireless cranium.
what the hell is cranium?
why-
First of all,
Cranium.
what's
Yeah, that's a problem. Some of these words are obscure.
Mm.
If I
it sounds
okay,
like some kind of chemical element or something, like a metal. Or, is it metal?
I'll
or
tell you what,
something?
I'll point to my cranium, but I can't say the word. So for the video viewers, this will help. This is cranium.
Okay.
So what am I touching?
So forehead, and then behind that. What's that then? It's like
Okay,
scalp.
so you actually
Scalp
said
or
one of the words already.
Did I?
Well, sort of. Wireless. This is an old-fashioned word for a machine. I heard it on the wireless. Is the news on? Turn on the wireless. What they used to call this machine in the like 1940s and 1950s.
Discman, Walkman. I don't know.
1940s and 1950s.
I have no idea.
Yeah, they didn't have Discman then. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll give you
you're
this
right.
one. I'm going to have to do a...
Tape. Tape also came later. So I just,
right,
I don't know. Just you might have to
It's
tell
still
me.
not correct.
Yeah.
All right, I
feel
wonder if any
ashamed.
listeners got it. Don't feel shame. You've so far you've got 4 out of 7, so you're already winning.
You're counting the Rolling Stone one as well, though.
Yeah, I did. I kindly counted that for you. To kindly count that one, there's a split infinitive. Wireless is an old word for radio,
The
and
Radiohead.
cranium is another word for
Radiohead.
head.
Yeah.
Wireless cranium, Radiohead.
For some reason, I didn't know you. I thought it was something else. Head.
Yeah, but I
I
think
thought- I
cranium,
thought it was like-
cranium is actually this part of the head, is what I
Okay.
think. I don't know exactly, but it's
it-
not
it-
like the whole
it
head.
could- It
But it
confused
was
me
in the
because
thesaurus, no less.
I thought it would be something like a scalp or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you were thinking
I was
of a
looking for
more
it.
specific
Yeah, I thought it
word.
was. I thought it was because you said it's gonna be hard. So for some reason, I thought the word that we are looking for was also going to be hard, and it's head.
Okay, so it's my fault, basically.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. All right, 2 more. This one is Inevitability's Kid.
Destiny's Child.
Inevitabilities. Whoa.
That's correct.
I thought that would be the most difficult. Well done.
No, that's all right. The
I'm
word
sorry.
kid, like you're
What is
looking
this
for a
kid?
synonym. Child. Destiny.
Oh, I know what it is. It's my stool is touching the microphone stand. All right, sorry everybody. That should not happen anymore. Okay.
I mean, yeah. Never do that again on my podcast, Rob, please.
I'm warming up again. This is me getting back into podcasting. So
Yeah.
what are they? There's a phrase that I can't even think of. It's late for me. It's
It-
10 past 10 here.
It's on the tip of your tongue.
It's on the tip of my tongue. What is it?
Yeah.
Anyway, here's the last one. And I need to remind you that words have more than one meaning. So maybe the synonym of this is not quite the synonym you're looking for. Anyway,
Okay.
icy show. Icy show.
There seems to be some sort of a catch in that. There's something in it.
Yeah, I give you a little bit of a
Something.
warning.
Icy show. Icy show.
So icy, if you get the first word, you might get the second one. If something's icy, then it's very...
It could be like very cold or chilly. Red hot chili peppers? What? No, icy show.
No.
No,
You
that's
said you've said one of the words already. It could be
chili.
back before that. You said
I said cold. Coldplay.
There you
show,
go.
play. Yeah, Coldplay.
yeah, because play you think of like playing, a game,
Yeah.
but also play like a show.
I see.
Well done. You only got one.
Show. Icy
Yes.
show.
You won.
Well, you gave me some
Guidance, some hints.
Yeah, hints. That's the word.
clues.
That's the word I was
Yeah.
looking for. Yeah.
Also for the listeners. Okay, here's the next game. It's called the etymology of the idiom. So do we need to explain what etymology is?
There is a joke that I've recently seen. You have to give me like 2 hours to
Hey, you've
remember
got
it.
the editing. You can cut it out.
I don't want to. I want to challenge myself here.
Okay.
It went like, what's the difference between etymology and... Oh, no. What really bugs me is that a lot of people don't know the difference between etymology and entomology. That's the joke.
Good. As soon as you said bugs me, I'm like, I know what the punchline is going to be.
Yeah. Anyway.
So yeah, what happened there? I need a drink. I had a frog in my throat. I thought that was a joke, but a frog is not a bug, is it? Okay, never mind.
It's
Etymology
actually
of
what
the idiom.
eats the bugs.
Yeah.
It's the predator.
So
of
technically, I would have some bugs inside the frog in my throat, so it works.
Yeah.
Doesn't work. No way.
Speaking of bugs,
apologize.
I've recently recorded an episode with Luke from Luke's English podcast for Luke's English podcast.
Oh yeah.
And
Okay.
Guess what the topic is about?
Oh, the Beatles.
I know nothing about the Beatles,
Okay.
so
Well, I know he loves the Beatles. Okay.
yeah, I would be the worst,
Is it
worst
bugs?
guest. What?
You're not talking
It's
about
like,
bugs,
it's like
surely.
a nightmare. If he wants to record a nightmare podcast about his favorite band, then he could do it with me. Yes.
Okay, that would be like me doing a football podcast with you, I think.
Exactly. It is
But what
about insect.
Really?
Insect stories. Yeah. So
That surprises
just-
me. Okay.
yeah, it's an interesting sort of connection there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the etymology, not the entomology, the etymology of the idiom. So where the idiom originates, where it comes from.
Yeah.
So the etymology of the idiom, it's a true or false conundrum. So I'm going to give you an idiom and then 3 possible etymologies. And are they, which one is the real one and which ones have I made up? So here's the jingle. The etymology of the idiom, it's a true or false conundrum. The etymology of the idiom, is it false or true? It's what I'm asking you. All right, so the first idiom is to break a leg. You've heard of that, to break a leg? So it's like, saying good luck.
Good luck. Yeah.
Especially if you're going to do a performance of some sort, break a leg. So which is the correct etymology? Does it come from A, a performance of Macbeth in Stratford-upon-Avon in 1610 in which the actor playing Macbeth actually broke his leg accidentally in a fight scene, but carried on the performance and got an outstanding review the following day. I'm reading this, by the way.
Yeah, it sounds quite legit, yeah. But
Yeah.
I need to hear the others, yeah.
Okay, it sounds legit. Okay, could be that one. I'm not saying it is or not. Here's B. During Elizabethan times, the audience used to stomp their chairs instead of clapping their hands. And sometimes the stomping was so heavy that a chair leg would break. So that's the leg. You break
Yeah.
the leg, break a leg of a chair when people are stomping them.
Yeah.
Or is it C, the 1865 assassination of Abraham Lincoln, which famously happened in a theater, when after the assassination, the assassin, John Wilkes Booth, jumped onto the stage and broke his leg because it was a bit high up, and he stumbled and he broke his leg jumping onto the stage. But the link to good luck is unclear.
That's
in that.
That's also a good one. I don't like the middle one for some reason. I feel like there's more to it. There's like a story behind it. I don't like the middle one. So if it's the middle one, I've already lost. So tell me immediately, please.
Ooh.
I don't think it's the middle one.
Well, okay, which one do you think it is?
So am I right about that? That it's not the middle one? Just can we rule that out? If it is, then tell me.
Okay, well, I'll tell you straight. It's actually two of these. I only made up one of these. If you go onto Wikipedia, they
really?
are not sure of the etymology, but that chair leg breaking
That's
thing is one of the
them.
possibilities.
I just thought it wasn't fancy enough. But okay, fair enough. Now it makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so is this is this a sort of British English idiom, or would you say it's not?
I don't know. Americans say it, I think, as well. But Americans went to America after all of these times. Oh no, wait, actually, no, not the Abraham Lincoln one. But so they would have taken it with them. They would have already had this idiom. Or did it come from America?
Yeah. I don't know. They both sound good. Let's go for the assassination one then. And see what happens. Yes.
If you go on Wikipedia, etymology of to break a leg, there's a few, and one possibilities because no one's sure. One of them is the stomping of the chairs in Elizabethan times. The other one is John Wilkes Booth broke his leg jumping up onto the stage. And the performance of Macbeth, in which an actor fell off his horse. No, I didn't even say that. Broke his leg in a fight scene. I was going to put fell off his horse, but then I thought, oh, did they have horses on the stage? Probably not. So yeah, I made that one up completely. That's
yeah. That's actually quite a tough game. This one, to be honest. More like a guessing game.
The listeners thinking, well, guessing, but there's also strategy. Like, would Rob have come up with that, or does that sound possible in the real world?
Some kind of playing
anyway, there's only two of these because
it's quite a similar to the lying game that Luke likes to play. I can see some sort of connection there.
Yeah, but it's more of a challenge, I think. Well, you've got to come up with something realistic and make it realistic, believable.
Yeah. So let's do two more of this, and then
we won't, because I've only got one more of these.
Oh, okay.
These take the longest prep, and I did these in half an hour before we started talking.
All right.
Okay, so the next one is the idiom to take the piss out of someone.
Right.
Which means to poke fun at is another way of saying it, or to, I don't know, tease somebody,
wind someone up or something.
Wind someone up. Yeah. Okay. So take the piss. Does it come from the northeast of England in the 18th century, where there was a trade in refined urine from public facilities, topped up during the journey? So and it's to be used as fertilizer. So on boats, some were carrying pee from like public buildings to be used as fertilizer. But this was a cheap and undesirable cargo. There was a taboo to be the guys who were on the ships carrying the urine. Urine is the medical, I don't know, more formal word for piss.
It's the medical. Yeah, it's the medical word as well. Yeah.
So in the pubs in town, sailors who were thought to be lying about their cargo, people would say, "Oh, he's not really carrying gold or whatever. He's taking the piss." I'm sure they're taking the piss.
Mhm.
So is
It sounds
is
like a story you made up, but also it sounds very believable. So, especially since you mentioned it's, did you say North London?
I said in the northeast of England. So I'm thinking
Northeast. Come
like
on, this is a very Cockney expression. Like I have a sneaking suspicion that this is gonna be it. But let's go. Let's move on.
are you taking a piss? But that's not the north of east of England. The Cockney, it's like south west,
East. No, it's east of east.
south,
East,
east,
East
southeast. You're right. Yeah. So it's
East
because the
London.
cameras
Yeah.
are mirrored.
Yeah.
That's why I got it wrong.
That's
Okay.
all right.
Or is it B,
Mhm.
in which piss refers to the French word piscine, where people in high society in France used to tease and bully their servants by pushing them into the pool. And those people, those servants who accepted this treatment, were said to prendre la piscine, to take the piss. Piscine. So is it that one? That's B. Or is it C? C. This is C. Hospital porters. So porters, people who work in hospital, not doctors, just they move stuff around.
Yep.
Hospital porters who said they were transporting organs for transplants to the operating theatre, when actually they were taking full catheter bags. These are the bags that people piss into when they can't piss normally. So they were actually taking full catheter bags to be disposed of, but this was an undesirable job in the hospital and only done by the lowest level employees. So they said, no, I'm taking these organs to the operating theatre, but people would say no.
So when
taking the
was this
piss.
again? This is coming from
this-
which?
I don't know. It didn't say. It's olden days. I don't know, like 17th century. I was imagining when I was reading. Does it say? Let me go back to
That
Wikipedia. I could
sounds
go back to Wikipedia and look
believable
for it, but I'm
as
not going
well.
to.
Like, I don't like the French one. It might be it, but I don't like it. I just there's not much to it. I just like the humor of the first and the last one. So I don't know which one it is. Is it the French one though?
That is so not correct.
Not the French one. I made that one up.
Okay, that's good.
That's why I was laughing so much when I said it. Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not that one. It's also very British, like a very British expression. So yeah. I don't know. I quite like the last one, to be honest.
You think the last one
but
is the right one about the hospital porters?
let's go for it. Yeah.
It's
It
so
could-
not correct.
Oh, so it's the first
No,
one. Okay,
I
yeah.
made the hospital one up. Yeah, it's the first one
Yeah,
about
yeah,
the trade in urine. Yeah,
Well done.
people said they were taking something else, but actually they were taking the piss. Well done.
You got me.
Oh yeah, you didn't get any of those, did you? No, you kind of got the no, you got the
This-
first one, but not the second one. So yeah,
If I'm honest, this is kind of
halfway
tough.
there.
This one, yeah, it's like a guessing game, really. So, yeah.
Okay.
But nice game as well. So you want to quickly show us the last game, and then we call it a day?
And then we'll wrap up. The last game is very quick, and it's the least interesting. I should have put it first, actually. Here's the jingle. Which is the most expensive thing? Clear, right? It's clear. Find the most expensive thing, that's how you win. If it's the cheapest thing you choose, this is how you lose. So which is the most expensive thing?
So have you done this one before? I don't remember ever listening to this.
Oh, I can't remember which podcast it was on, but yeah, I've done it before. Which is the most expensive thing? Just before we started recording, I went onto the Aldi website, Aldi UK, and I got 3 things. So it's not just which is the most expensive. You have to try and tell me in the right order, the cheapest to most expensive. This was from a podcast. I think it was early days where the theme was compare and contrast. And it's about comparatives like more than, less than, more expensive than. So, okay, in no particular order, of course, because you have to guess the order.
Mm-hmm.
An extra large pumpkin, a Barbie speedboat, not a real speedboat, a Barbie speedboat, so toy speedboat for Barbies, or a Hawkeye, that's just the brand name, Hawkeye 10-pack of firework rockets. So
Firework. Oh, how many? 10 pack. 10
it's a
pack
10
fire.
pack. So there's 10
Mm.
fireworks, and they're not those ones that just go spin around
Yeah.
and let a bit of fire. They're actual rockets that go up into
And
the sky.
where do I buy these things? Like on
These are
Amazon?
all from
or
Aldi. It's from the Aldi.
Aldi.
You know Aldi?
What's no?
Oh, Aldi is like a cheap supermarket.
It's like
But you-
Wish, something similar to Wish or something like that.
I've
Is
never
that
heard
an
of
online
Wish.
one?
No, no,
it's
it's
the,
a
it's a
supermarket, actual
supermarket.
supermarket.
Okay. Got it.
I guess
Ah,
I don't know. Maybe yeah. In England we
interesting.
have Aldi's, but
Interesting.
in central London there's not any. So
Okay, so Barbie Speedboat. Then there was 10 pack
extra
rocket,
large pumpkin
an
and
extra
a
large
10
pumpkin.
pack of fireworks rockets.
Ah.
Listeners, what do you think? Which is the cheapest? Which is the middle? And which is the most expensive thing?
Should I think of like the inflation? Is there like post Brexit? Is there something to
There's
think
no
of?
link. I did
There's
this
no link.
literally like 30 seconds before we came on, so there's no
Oh, okay.
extra thinking.
For some
involved.
reason, I think the Barbie Speedboat is the most expensive one.
Okay. I'm not going
Have
to
I-
give you the jingle until you give me all three.
Okay. Followed closely followed by the rocket and the pumpkin. Even if it's like extra large.
Extra large pumpkin.
Yeah, I know, but like, what's extra large? Like, this is like the biggest pumpkin you've ever seen, or something. I think still,
Nah, I think
it's
just
like
averagely big.
average Halloween pumpkin. Then I would say it's the cheapest one.
That's correct.
Yep. Extra large pumpkin, £2.85. That's really cheap. £2.85.
That is, yeah, that's
Here in
that's a
Germany,
bargain.
they're like
Yeah.
€7 or €8. So yeah, that's good.
Mhm.
Brexit's been good, it seems. 10 pack of firework rockets is £10.99. So £1.10 per firework.
Yeah.
And the Barbie speedboat, which is on Zdenek's Christmas list, is
Of course.
$14.99. There you go. You got it all right. Well done.
Yeah, I'm
I'd
surprised.
hit the applause jingle if I had one.
I have to say, I wasn't really sure about that answer. So
It's good.
Yeah.
Ending on a high. You're a
Yeah.
winner.
I'm not sure about that, but I'm definitely a winner. I'm definitely the winner for having you on the podcast.
Oh,
Pr-
thank you.
Touch wood, and I have to also mention that hopefully this will get saved. It will not get deleted, and it will get published as well.
Yeah, well, maybe I should have
Successfully.
recorded it just as a backup, so you can't say I deleted it by accident. Oh, I recorded it
put
too.
too much trust in me, I think. Well, yeah, I will end recording, and then I will immediately download the file. I will back it up.
Good idea. Good idea.
It's been wonderful to have you on the podcast again, Rob. And of course, just to remind everyone, you are Rob. It was on screen the whole
It was
time.
on screen the whole time, yeah, on your
Okay,
side. I
That's
thought about
okay.
that.
That's okay. Well, that's good for you. A lot of promotion there. You're Rob from English with Rob podcast, and also your YouTube channel. So for those of you watching this, is called English with Rob.
Mhm.
So you might as well subscribe to that while you are on it.
Yeah, I mean, I plan to bring the podcast back to life. There are lots of old episodes out there which don't really date. None of them are about newsworthy subjects, I don't think. So they're all still useful. There's lots of videos on the YouTube channel. I don't think I'm going to have much time for making new YouTube content. Maybe a few short things, but not like I was making before.
Well, you could do what most of us do these days. That
Oh yeah,
we kill two
podcast-
birds with one stone. You.
Yeah, in fact, there is a video version of the latest podcast up on the YouTube channel.
Exactly.
If you want to watch the video version of the podcast, like you guys are,
Some of them.
some of them, the ones I'm pointing at, not the ones who are listening on their headphones.
Those are not.
No.
Although there might be listening on the headphones on YouTube as well. That's also possible these days. But yeah.
Yeah, it will use up all your data if you're doing it outside. But yeah.
But also YouTube have introduced something like YouTube Music or something.
I have to look into that. Yeah, I got
I
an
don't
alert
know
the other
yet.
day about
Yeah, me too.
podcasts being on YouTube. I also got an alert that Google Podcasts is closing, which was my favorite podcast app. So
Really?
thanks, Google. Yeah.
That's a real downer, Rob.
Okay. Blew
That's
it.
fine.
We were on a high from you winning, and then I
Uh,
just brought it all down.
It's
Oh,
okay. I'll let you off. I'll let you off. I mean,
cool.
I owe you one, so
Well,
we
maybe
are
we'll
squ-
just record this all again next week.
we are square now. Hopefully not. I mean, I would love to, but hopefully not. All right, Rob.
Okay, man.
Fantastic to talk to you.
Thanks for staying up late for me, Zdenek. I'm
Take
really
care.
touched by that.
And regarding your new teaching career, break a leg.
Thanks, Zdenek.
Sorry,
Bye.
sorry. I think you were telling me a joke there. I saw your facial expression. Can you say again what you said there when you were saying goodbye to me? That you made one of those faces where you were like, "Oh, he didn't get the joke."
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry.
I guess I'm imagining things. You see, it's almost 4 o'clock here, 4 a.m. So
I can't even remember what it was. No, there was no joke that you missed.
oh, okay,
It
okay.
was just
Well,
straight talking.
thank God. It's another game that I play when I listen to you on the podcast or just talking to me here. I try to get you all your jokes, and you make a lot of them, so I don't want to miss
Yeah.
some of them. I don't want to miss
And it's
out.
true. I don't always reveal that they are jokes, and sometimes I make like film references or say lines from films, and I just never talk about them. But and I
And
think
then
if 1% of people get that joke, then I'm happy.
and then when I listen back to it when I'm editing or something, I'm like, sometimes I get more. Like the second
Yeah.
time I listen.
So anyone listening to my podcast, you have to listen to them at least 100 times each episode to really get everything. So do that.
All right. Well, without
Okay.
further ado, I think
Yeah.
we should just leave it
This is
there.
the longest
and,
wrap up in history, podcast
I mean,
history.
yeah, that
We've
can
got to get
happen.
better at ending the podcasts.
I mean,
It's a
that
skill
can
we need to
happen,
learn.
and I know that it happens to to other people too. It happens to the best of us. So, thank you very much, Rob, again, and
Thanks, Zdenek. Okay,
speak
have a
to you
good night.
soon.
Get some
Bye
sleep.
bye.